I'm Jeff Levy. I'm a classmate from the Air Force Academy of Joel Aehrenhoff's, and I also flew in combat with Joel in Thailand.
I'm Jay Kelly, Lieutenant General, U.S. Air Force, retired, classmate of Joel Aehrenhoff's, class of '64 at the Air Force Academy.
This is Sandy Purcell. I was in the 11th Squadron in the class of '64 at the Air Force Academy with Joel Aehrenhoff.
I did not know Joel all that well at the Academy. I was in a different cadet squadron, but Joel was a very accomplished cadet and was well known for a lot of his humor and pranks at the Academy.
Joel was a little older than most of us. I came to the Academy 17 years old, very naive, from a town in the deep South, and Joel seemed much more sophisticated and worldly than I did.
Joel was the organizer, the father of parachuting at the Air Force Academy that led to the Wings of Blue.
I remember he would roll up his parachute in the hallway for his competitions. In those days, parachuting at the college level was just sort of beginning as a sport or a competitive activity.
Leadership in the parachuting program, he formed the original team that went on to win the national championship while we were cadets.
He was kind of a quiet guy, so he was in another flight in our squadron, so I didn't get to talk to him that much. But the thing I most remember about Joel was his winning the very first national parachuting competition at the college level. And he had been forbidden to attend by the Commandant of Cadets at the Academy. Joel went ahead and did it anyway, even under the threat of being kicked out of the Academy just before graduation.
He was an innovator, a maverick, and a tiger all rolled into one. He was a good friend. He led the team to win the first National Collegiate Parachuting Championship trophy for the Academy in accuracy, and I was pleased to be part of that.
A couple of years after graduation, I served at Ubon Air Base in Thailand with Joel in the same wing. We only flew one mission together. It was kind of an interesting mission, though. It was the day that our classmates that we were promoted to captain from lieutenant, and there was a tradition at the time that all multi-aircraft formations had to include a field grade officer, that being a major or above. And we convinced the wing commander that we could fill a formation 8 of us with all lieutenants. And we would take off as lieutenants and go do our mission and come back as captains, as it was the day that we were being promoted. I remember that Joel participated in that flight, as did I, and I guess 6 others of our classmates.
Joel was one of the very few who, I think he had a pilot license before he came to the Academy. Certainly he got one before he graduated.
It was a great honor to know Joel. It was an honor to consider him a friend. I wish that I had met Vered and maybe his grandchildren, but have not done that. But I would like to assure them and all his friends that he was greatly admired. He was a hero. He was a loved friend and classmate, and have nothing but great things to say about him.
Anyway, it was great to have Joel as a classmate. And I wish I had been able to talk to him later. I only saw him one time since graduation at a Academy graduates reunion. I forget which one it was, but by then he was back from Israel, and I think he'd begun flying for Air West or America West, something like that, airlines, a new airline which no longer exists.
I'm honored to be the president of the class of '64. Take good care of our classmate.
I consider it a great honor to have been asked by Danny to make this video, and I hope that it does bring a little bit of joy to this otherwise sad event. Thank you.